You know that guy you filled out the survey about? Well, I've got to break it to you. He scored an F. Just run away. And I mean run, not walk. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more of a talker than a doer. He may boast about where he'll go, but doesn't put in the real effort needed to get there. When things get tough or don't instantly go his way, he's quick to lose his cool or blame others instead of pushing through. He's not willing to walk the long, hard road toward real success.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's much more likely to break down than bounce back. Small setbacks can make him very angry or easily upset, sometimes leading to yelling or harsh words, especially if he feels criticized or ignored. Recovery isn't his strength. He gets stuck on the problem and takes it personally.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He often finds himself arguing or clashing with people at work. His way of talking is polite on the surface, but he can be stubborn and doesn't listen well to others' opinions. Instead of building warm relationships, he ends up in frequent conflicts.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He's not the type to genuinely cheer for your success. If you shine in your career, he's likely to feel threatened instead of proud. He wants things his way and can't easily put your happiness ahead of his own ego.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will likely feel insecure and secretly resent you. He may not say it outright, but you might see sarcastic comments, sudden mood swings, or even angry outbursts when the topic of money comes up. The idea of you surpassing him can bruise his ego, leading to arguments or silent treatment.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not very careful with money and tends to spend without much planning. You might find him making impulsive purchases or focusing on things that look good rather than what's truly needed. This kind of attitude can create stress, especially if you're careful with money or have goals for the future.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He often tries to look richer than he actually is. He cares a lot about appearances and may spend money on flashy things to impress others, even if it means ignoring his real financial situation. This can lead to stress and even debt if left unchecked.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's not truly open handed or kind in spirit, even though he might spend on outward things to keep up appearances. His giving is often more about showing off than genuine care. He is neither stingy nor truly generous. He's mostly driven by how things look, not by deep kindness.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be secretive and controlling when it comes to money. Instead of talking with you openly about spending, saving, or problems, he may try to keep the details to himself or dodge your questions. If trust and teamwork matter to you, this kind of behavior can lead to arguments and stress in the relationship.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to believe that housework is only your job, not something to share. When there are chores to be done, he might expect you to handle them without offering much help or support. You may end up feeling alone with responsibilities at home, which can be unfair and exhausting.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is the type who prefers to supervise instead of actually helping with chores or taking care of diapers. If you ask for help, he might watch what you're doing, give directions, or criticize, rather than rolling up his sleeves and getting things done with you. When it comes to real work at home, he's more likely to sit back or find reasons why it's not his job.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is much more likely to argue just to prove he's right, not to truly understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he'll push his opinion strongly and may interrupt or dismiss what you say. It can feel like he's not really listening or caring about what matters to you.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often crosses the line and says hurtful things or acts aggressively. He doesn't hold back his temper. He might raise his voice, make sharp or cruel remarks, or even break things to make his point. Respect is easily lost in these moments.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, sometimes over small things. His temper can flare up without much warning, leading to fights or harsh words that leave you feeling upset or even unsafe. It's important not to ignore this red flag.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry and rarely takes responsibility for his actions. When things go wrong, he's more likely to blame you or others rather than admit his own mistakes. Over time, always being blamed or never getting a simple I'm sorry can wear you down.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not likely to respect your boundaries and may struggle to accept that no means no. If you set limits, whether about personal space, affection, or making choices, he could push back, get irritated, or try to persuade you to change your mind. This can leave you feeling pressured, unheard, or even unsafe sometimes.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding and giving you space, he may get upset, act hurt, or make you feel guilty. This attitude puts unnecessary pressure on you and ignores your feelings and comfort.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, there's a real risk that private moments might not stay private. If he gets angry or wants to win an argument, he may bring up sensitive things you shared or use your private moments to make you feel small or embarrassed. Instead of protecting your trust, he can use your vulnerabilities as weapons when it suits him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is more likely to be easily distracted by other women rather than remain truly faithful. He cares a lot about outward appearances and attention, so if someone else flatters him or shows interest, he may not think twice before flirting or crossing boundaries. His need for admiration and quick temper can make him act without thinking about your feelings.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is very likely to be overpossessive in a relationship. He may act jealous if you talk to other men, question where you go, or want to control who you meet and what you do. A little protectiveness is normal, but constant jealousy and suspicion mean he doesn't trust you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, what may seem like a protective nature is really a sign of a controlling personality. He uses the excuse of caring for you to set strict rules, tell you what to do, or limit your freedom. True protection should bring comfort, not fear or frustration.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the parenting work and won't see it as a true team effort. While he might step in to give orders or set rules, the daily care, support, and responsibilities will usually fall on your shoulders. This can leave you feeling tired and alone, as though you're the only parent managing the home and kids.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. Small mistakes or naughty behavior can trigger strong reactions like shouting, harsh words, or even impatience that makes the child feel scared or ashamed. This fear of making mistakes can make kids nervous around him.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. He may expect you to focus mainly on family duties and might not appreciate or respect your wishes, dreams, or need for time for yourself. Instead of standing beside you, he might set limits or question your choices, putting more pressure on you to do things his way.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but later expect you to quit or put it aside once you have a child. He can act encouraging when it suits him or looks good to others, but deep down, he often believes a woman's main place is at home, handling family and housework. It's wise to talk openly about your dreams and boundaries now so you don't end up surprised or trapped later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but the warmth won't be genuine. He may greet them with respectful words and maintain proper manners in front of others, but true kindness, care, and heartfelt connection may be missing. This kind of politeness is more about keeping up appearances than building real family bonds. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than making efforts to fit in or compromise.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. When tensions rise, he can lose his temper quickly, saying things that hurt feelings or cause bigger arguments. This approach usually adds fuel to the fire, making you feel caught in the middle and increasing family drama.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's exactly the kind of man who might act modern and open minded when it's just the two of you, but expect you to become a traditional, supportive wife the moment his relatives are around. He may encourage your independence in private, but when it comes to family gatherings or community events, he'll want you to dress, behave, and speak in ways that match old expectations. This double standard can leave you confused and stressed, always having to change yourself depending on who's watching.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He doesn't like to go against his relatives and may avoid taking your side to keep the peace in his family. In a strong marriage, you should feel like you and your husband are a team.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy and will almost always choose his mother's side in a conflict. When there's a disagreement between you and his mom, he might avoid the issue, expect you to adjust or openly support her, even if you're right. This means you may often feel second in line, hurt, or unsupported in your own home.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, He is the kind of man who will likely share the details of your fights and private life with his mother or sister. Whenever there's a problem at home, he may go to them for advice or sympathy, spilling secrets that should stay between the two of you. In the long run, it can weaken the bond between you two and make you feel exposed and alone.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, there you have it. This guy is an F. Again, this is not going to end well. Just run away. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel exhausting and lonely. He often wants things his way, gets angry quickly, and doesn't easily see or care about your feelings.